How's it going, everybody? This is Dave LeClaire with MakeUseOf.com, and today we're going to do a fun video. We're going to talk about 10 mobile games that you can play cross-platform. So if you have some friends who refuse to cross over to the iPhone side and you are an iPhone user or vice versa, you can still play these games together online or even right next to each other if that's where you happen to be. So without further ado, let us jump in and talk about the 10 best multiplayer games that you can play whether you have an Android or an iPhone or a mix of both. So the first game is Spaceteam, which is absolutely freaking awesome. I love Spaceteam. It's been around for a long time, and it is an amazing mobile game where basically you and a group of people in the same location are forced to scream random nonsense at each other to try to keep your spaceship flying. So it'll be like, flip the rotary girder, and then everyone has to look at their phone and see who has the rotary girder on their phone and flip the switch. All kinds of crazy stuff like this. If you're trying to play it in a public space, you'll look like idiots because you're going to be screaming out random nonsense. But the nice thing is, whether your friends have iPhone or Android, you can all connect to the same room and you can play together. It's great. I cannot recommend Spaceteam enough. It is free to download. There are some in-app purchases that you can use to support the developer, but everybody can get the game for free. You can all play, and it doesn't matter what platform you have. And that is awesome. Second game on the list is one that probably doesn't need much introduction, and that is Words with Friends 2. The first one was one of the early smash successes of mobile gaming, and the second one builds upon the Scrabble gameplay in some pretty cool and interesting ways. It doesn't rewrite the book on Scrabble by any means, but the asynchronous multiplayer is still there, and again, you can play whether you have Android or iOS. It's pretty simple, it's pretty fun. Again, it's free, and you really can't complain about that. Next, we have Vainglory, which is a scaled-down MOBA, which is like League of Legends or Dota for those unfamiliar. So if you're looking to kind of get that Dota or League feel, but you want to be able to play in 5 to 25 minutes, there are different modes depending on how long you want to play for, you'll definitely want to check out Vainglory. It's really good. The graphics look fantastic. And it's just it's a fun, I don't want to say watered down because that's kind of insulting to the game. It's not watered down. It is tactically reduced to make a better experience on mobile. Speaking of League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics is the next game on the list. And that is the auto chess version of League of Legends made by Riot Games. The auto chess has become a popular way to take MOBA characters and adapt them to a quicker, more fast-paced game mode where you select your formations of your characters and they fight automatically. Teamfight Tactics is one of the better ones of these, that and there's Dota Underlords. They can kind of fight it out for which one's the best, but for cross-platform play, Teamfight Tactics is the way to go. So if you're looking for a cool game, a competitive game you can play with your friends where you can really, talk a little smack, definitely can't recommend Teamfight Tactics enough. Again, it's free, so you can download it, give it a shot. It is definitely worth your time. Next, we come to another game that you've probably heard of, and it's the only one on the list that's not free, and that is Minecraft. I don't know what I can really say about Minecraft that has not been said on the internet before, so I'm just going to say it works really well on phone, shockingly well, and it does support cross-platform play, so you can make a world and join up with your buddies, whether they have any platform, and you can have a good time. So if you got $7 burning a hole in your pocket and you want a game to play, snag Minecraft, convince your friends to snag it, and you guys will probably have a pretty good time. If you're into card games, it doesn't really get much better on mobile than Hearthstone. Blizzard's game with World of Warcraft characters brings all the collectible card game nonsense you could ever want, including the ability to spend tons and tons of money on cards, although there's no ability to trade cards with people, which is kind of unfortunate. It uses your Blizzard's friend list so you can access all your friends. Hearthstone's great. I play it literally every day. I've been playing it since the day it came out in beta, and I have not missed a day. It's addicting, be prepared, but if you have some friends that want to play something that's a little slower paced, play a card game, it's a little more relaxed, Hearthstone is definitely a good choice. I'm sure you all remember when Pokemon Go was all over the news as like the thing. Kids were out running in front of cars trying to catch their favorite Pokemon, and it was a big mess, but that's all been sorted now. The game's kind of leveled out in popularity, but it's still being updated all the time with new Pokemon and new ways to play, and it is fully cross-platform supported, so you and your friends can go run around together and catch Pokemon, and it does not matter who's got what type of phone. And it's a pretty good game. I like Pokemon Go. It's good exercise. It's a good way to get out there and explore the world. And it's fun, and it's free, sort of. You know, like many mobile games, you can spend a ton of money on buying new Pokeballs and things like that, but you can get the core experience of the game for free, so it's definitely worth checking out. Next game on the list is one that you've almost certainly heard of, and that is Fortnite. Fortnite is actually adapted quite well to mobile. They use the auto shoot option, so as soon as you put your crosshair over an enemy, it will shoot. You could turn that off if you want, but it's definitely recommended if you're playing on mobile. It's got full cross-platform support, so you can play with your friends no matter what phone they're using, and it's Fortnite. I mean, you already know if you like Fortnite probably, and if you do, you'll probably like it on the phone. Granted, it's not going to be as good as playing on a console or a PC, but it replicates the overall flow of the game pretty well, and they did a good job of making the controls feel at least acceptable. Super Stickman Golf 3 is the 9th game on the list, and it is an interesting game. It's in some parts a standard golf game, but the courses are, so like the controls feel pretty standard. You fill up the meter and then you hit it and then you hit the ball. But the courses are crazy. There's like ups and downs and ravines and valleys and mountains and stuff that you're hitting the ball over. So it's got a good mix of the realism with the craziness, unlike some golf games which go one way or the other. So it's pretty fun. It's you can play multiplayer with your friends, so you can hop on, connect across devices and play games and see who can get the best scores in golf. It's free to download, so I definitely recommend Super Stickman Golf 3. And the final one on the list is a throwback for all you folks, and it is Old School Runescape, which is the mobile adaptation of the classic MMORPG. The gameplay is pretty faithful to what you might expect. The menus are not necessarily well tailored to mobile. Some of the buttons are a little small, but it's all right. If you like RuneScape and you want that throwback and you have friends who you want to play with, you already know you could download Old School RuneScape and have a good time. It has all the trappings that you expect from RuneScape, good and bad. And it's pretty fun. I don't know if it's for me personally, because I don't have the nostalgia for RuneScape. I was always like a WoW player. So, but if you do, you definitely should give Old School RuneScape a shot. And even if you don't, if you're just looking for a deep MMO to play on mobile, it's probably worth at least giving a shot because it is free to try. So, and you and your friends might get hooked. Thank you very much for watching this video. This is Dave LeClaire with MakeUseOf.com. Let us know in the comments if you have any cross-platform multiplayer games that you think we should include on the list. Either way, like, subscribe, blah, 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 all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys in the next video.